My father used to say me, what are you doing here? You're wasting your life with this German MNC. Why don't you quit your job and do the real thing? Prepare for civil services, become an IAS officer. When I came to know that I did not clear the prelims, so at that time I was stunned, I was reactionless. The very next day, after 24 hours, I went inside my temple at my home and I cried. When I used to step out of the home, my parents used to repeatedly call me every 10 minutes. They were under the apprehension that I should not take some extreme step. Suddenly, I received a call from my sister and she told me that you have got 2 fresh attempts and you go and watch the news. So I immediately went to the chairman in charge of that institute and I told that I would not be coming from tomorrow onwards. I came across this institute or this venture, LawSikho. This is a wonderful venture. Every single week they have a boot camp. I saw a boot camp advertisement and that was related to paralegal associate for international clients.
Okay.
I subscribed for that. I opted that okay, I would watch that 3 days boot camp. I attended that and I got enrolled. Now finally I have decided that I have to have a set practice at the Supreme Court. I want to have a name for myself which is known by even Prime Minister Modi, or if Rahul Gandhi becomes then by him, or Yogi becomes by Yogi. He should know that he also is a person who practices at the Supreme Court. जीवन में जो भी होता है ना वो किसी कारण से होता है. Abhi I practice at the Supreme Court and Delhi High Court, and then sometimes I get assignments at the district courts as well at Faridabad. और कभी कभार जब special कोई requests आती हैं तो I take sessions also for judiciary aspirants and also people who prepare for civil services. I teach them. इस तरह का रहता है कि जैसे कभी requirement है तो और मेरे पास अगर वो match करता है their requirement and my availability, so depending upon that I have sessions, but I do regularly have sessions. Most often than not on Saturdays and Sundays I have sessions, and majorly they are constitution, and constitution is common for both judiciary aspirants and civil services aspirants. And then I have a keen interest in international relations, so that is for civil services aspirant, and then social justice as well. Science के प्रति बहुत मेरा रुझान था, तो 10th तक physics, chemistry. The subject I hated the most is today the subject I am into. I did not expect this thing to happen, लेकिन इस तरह का है. I always got that message from my parents that I have to become a civil servant, IAS officer. फिर the literature I referred to and the values I imbibed, so I finalized that I have to become an IPS officer. So CITM is a college here in Faridabad. In 2007 I completed my mechanical engineering from there. Then I worked with a German MNC as an engineer, and I worked there for 2 years. I did everything from here. This is my home, Faridabad, and I worked on a project that was in Jordan. Al-Qatrana, that was the name of the project, and they dealt in design, commissioning, maintenance of cement plants. My father used to say me, what are you doing here? You're wasting your life with this German MNC. Why don't you quit your job and do the real thing? Prepare for civil services, become an IAS officer. So one fine day, I decided and I went there and tendered my resignation. And then gave the first attempt 9, 10 and then 12 and 13. These are the 4 years. In 2011, they brought in the CSAT. Yes. And that is a devastating thing for every single civil services aspirant. So I did not appear in that attempt. Gave in 2012, then still could not clear this prelims. And then in 13 also, I could not clear prelims and my attempts were over in 2013. And this was the time when I looked towards only one objective, and that was to become an IPS officer. So I did not prepare for SSC or state civil services, nothing. And then what happens? In 2014, there were mass protests against the CSAT. And in 2013, there was change in the mains pattern also.
Right.
So these radical changes were brought in and so abruptly. That was the year 2013 and I was 29 years old that time. Age limit is 30 and I have given in my youth into that thing. I was trying that okay, I would join that German MNC again, another one, And it was like that. But suddenly I received a call from my sister, and she told me that you have got 2 fresh attempts, you are going to get attempts, and you go and watch the news. So I immediately I went to the chairman in charge of that institute, and I told that I would not be coming from tomorrow onwards. I prepared so well in 2013 last attempt. So because of that, I could clear the prelims in the fresh attempt, and I wrote mains then. That time it was political science, but could not finally get selected. But in 2017, I got selected in Rajasthan Administrative Services. So when I gave my attempt in 16, in the morning, I saw the Google News that RAS prelims result is out. I watched, my roll number was there. I cleared the prelims for RAS. And in the evening, UPSC result was there, and I did not clear the prelims. So that was the end of the road for UPSC. The dream to become an IPS, that was over. And RAS, I was into that. I went for the interview. But finally, my rank was not in the top 100. So since it was not top 100, I could not get the DSP or SDM position. When I came to know that I did not clear the prelims. So at that time, I was like reactionless. I was stunned. I was reactionless. The very next day, after 24 hours, I went inside my temple at my home and I cried. Because that was close to my heart. That was the only, I just had this belief that I am meant for that only. So I cried a lot. Then what will I do in my life now? When I used to step out of the home, my parents used to repeatedly call me every 10 minutes. They were under the apprehension that I should not take some extreme step. So that was the mahal. So I thought that okay, the other thing that is glamorous also is becoming an anchor. I tried in one of the news channels. I went for NDTV at that time. I did not receive any reward from them. Then I joined a local news channel. I saw an advertisement, went for the interview. They selected me. Worked there for 3 months, and then I asked one of the producers, what is the way, if I want to become an anchor, what is the way? They told me first thing is Jack, some from minister or some big politician, and that is one way. And the other way is you either do a course in mass comm journalism or you do law. So they told me to do law. So now law comes into picture. So I started working on making drafts. I do the drafting for my papa. I do the drafting. In fact, my wife also is a lawyer. So whenever she works with the Yamuna Water Services in Haryana. So she's the legal counsel over there. So I take up the matters. I prepare the replies or all the drafting works. As small as preparing legal notices or as big as preparing for writ petitions or other things at the Supreme Court. So I do all those things. My father, he practices mainly at the District Court Faridabad and Punjab and High Court. So he has not been very regular at the Supreme Court because he has a lot of work here and at Chandigarh. So that was the challenge. How to initiate myself at the Supreme Court. So that was a big challenge. My father can't give much time to me to teach like a 7th standard teacher, how monsoon takes place, all those things, right? How to file a case, what is registry and all those things at the Supreme Court. That is a big challenge. So that thing, I would say that LawSikho, I came across this institute or this venture. This is a wonderful venture. I came across this, and I came across this not through a person, from YouTube. So I watched so many numerous ads. I came across them for LawSikho, and one fine day I came across they hold regularly every single week they have a boot camp. So I saw a boot camp advertisement, and that was related to this paralegal associate for international clients. So this also clicked me that okay, if I get international clients, that would be a big thing. We will be getting paid in euros, pounds and dollars. So that attracted me, that appealed to me. And with that thing in mind, I subscribed for that. I opted that okay, I would watch that 3 days boot camp. I attended that and I got enrolled. And I enrolled for that thing. And after that, it was just by chance, it was a bundle of 5 courses. And in that, the most important course I would say today, the 2 of them. One is contract negotiation, drafting and enforcement. That is very, I would say that has been very helpful and insightful. Priyanka Sinarkar, she took the sessions. So I began with that. And then the Supreme Court conveyancing, drafting and practice, and along with that they also provided the guidance for AOR. So those sessions were being conducted by Abhipsa Anamika, and Miss Pandey was there. And then for this arbitration one, again Mr. Vaibhav was there. So we had the same name. So Mr. Vaibhav, he took the classes for corporate litigation, and then this one, arbitration, international, domestic, both commercial arbitration.
Right.
So these classes, I just went through these classes, and they also introduced me to two more things, international platforms, Fiverr and Upwork, these two. I have learned many things. There have been many insights that I have picked up from the classes of the Supreme Court course. So there have been many things like how the cases are filed, right? Registry and all those things. The introduction is provided in those classes. Mainly property से related जो matters होते हैं, वो बहुत उस तरह के cases हैं मेरे पास अभी फिलहाल जो चल रहे हैं. Family disputes होते हैं property को ही लेके. फिर ऐसे disputes होते हैं जैसे builder है, वो वादा खिलाफी कर रहा है. जो मेरे client मेरे पास आए, उनसे पैसे ले लिए ये बोल के कि उनको park facing flat दिया जाएगा. लेकिन he ended up getting a flat which was like park was on the other side. तो it's a matter of dispute. We paid extra for that. तो वो केस आया और उसको सक्सेसफुली हमने फिर अपना निपटा भी लिया था. तो प्रॉपर्टी के बहुत केसेस आते हैं. जीवन में जो भी होता है ना, वो किसी कारण से होता है. आप एक दिशा में जा रहे होते हैं, तो आप जिस दिशा में जाना चाह रहे हैं, भगवान आपको जहाँ ले जाना चाह रहे हैं, आप डेस्टिनी में अगर विश्वास करते हैं, तो भगवान आपको, he is nudging you towards the direction that is meant for you. I today have two things in my mind, that now finally I have decided that I have to have a set practice at the Supreme Court. One thing, that is the most important thing for me. And after that, other higher avenues from Supreme Court, somewhere else. So, but the way to that thing is the route. It emanates from the Supreme Court only. अब मेरे को पापा मोटिवेट करते हैं कि you prepare for, you do concentrate into being a good lawyer, right? You concentrate towards that direction, and which I do. With that thing in mind, I am preparing my base, and I'm looking for some big elevation in my life. I want to have a name for myself, which is known by even Prime Minister Modi,
Right.
or if Rahul Gandhi becomes known by him, or Yogi becomes by Yogi. Whoever, he should know that he also is a person who practices at the Supreme Court. I want to become that. So that is my idea, that is my vision today.